everybody, welcome back to another one of my videos. I'm Trucker Mike. I just left out Grayson, Kentucky 15 minutes ago. I just crossed into West Virginia. I already had my iPad set up on video mode, ready to go, so I didn't touch it while I was driving, trying to be safe. Even though I am recording myself driving, I'm not looking at the iPad. I'm focused on the road. So you're wondering how do you start recording? There's this little thing right here. A little Bluetooth remote that's connected to my iPad. And if I push that camera button on there, it starts recording, and I push it again, it'll stop it. So, hands-free. Try to be as safe as possible. So anyway, just started my day. About 453 miles from my destination. I should be there about 4 o'clock this afternoon. I don't deliver until 11 p.m. So, plenty of time. Anyway, it's currently 35 degrees outside. And, of course, I'm heading eastbound, sun to my eyes. So it's starting to, as you are very much aware that winter is coming, at least to me, in my opinion, one of the good signs that, winter is among us is when it's warm during the day and then it gets, cold at night. So back there in Grayson, Kentucky, it got down in the lower 40s, higher 30s last night. It's currently 35 degrees. It's foggy outside. But I like to share with you guys the tools that I use for winter driving. Now, a lot of you old school, or maybe a lot of you experienced drivers, already use this. So this is more geared towards the new drivers out here, because I'm a part of a lot of different forums on Facebook. A lot of the prime Facebook pages and some other trucking forums on Facebook, and one of the most common questions that a new person asks is, what do you guys use for tools in the wintertime? So I am going to share that with you guys today, what I use that gets me through the winter. Now, I've been out here 20 years and I've never had an accident in the wintertime. Never. Because during the wintertime, I'm a lot more cautious and when I drive, what conditions. I have my own comfort zone in the wintertime that's a little bit higher than it would be like in the summer or springtime, or even in the fall. And once I exceed my comfort zone, I'm pulling over at the next available truck stop, rest area, whatever, and I'm parking it. So, but anyways, the tools that I use a couple of different weather apps. I have it on my iPhone, I have it on my iPad. One of those apps is MyRadar Pro. It's a really good weather app. It's got a lot of different features, which I'm not going to go into while I'm driving. Maybe I'll do a separate video on because I can do screen recording on my iPad, so maybe I'll go through that in a video by itself. But it's got different layers and stuff. You can see the temperature, you can see the winds. It has some in-app purchases where you can buy the hurricane, and you can actually see the actual hurricanes, that come through the Gulf, and see where they're tracking and all that. And, you can set it, obviously for precipitation. So it's a Doppler radar, and so it will tell you where the snowstorms or where the ice storms are at and where they're going. It's a very good tool. So if you're looking at the radar and you notice a snowstorm just went through the city, which you know you're going through, then you can plan ahead, because that leads to one of the navigation apps I use. But before I go there, another weather app that I use is called Storm. They make it for the iOS, and I believe they make it for Android as well. However, I don't use the Android, so I don't know if it operates the same on Android or not. I can just tell you my experience on the iOS version, because that's what I use. And it does pretty much the same thing my Radar Pro does, but I like a second opinion sometimes. So I will compare the two apps and see what the storms, because sometimes one app will show you one thing, or my Radar Pro will show you one thing and Storm will show you another thing. So it's good to have a couple of weather apps to use. I also use the weather app that comes with your iPhone, and it used to be powered by Yahoo Weather, and now it's powered by the Weather Channel, which is a lot more accurate. And what I do on that app, my best friend Jerry did that and whatnot, and he got me into it, I think. Is when I plan my route, you know, where I'm taking my load to deliver, I will program in order which city I'm going to go through first. I will program a city into that weather app so I can check the weather or the current weather conditions in that city before I even get there, so I know what's going on. Because, you know, it will tell you if it's snowing or raining, and it gives you the temperature and all that. So that's another weather tool that I use to plan my route. So once I check the weather and everything, another app that I use is Google Maps. And, you know, a lot of these experienced people, you know, use Google Maps. Well, maybe some of the new guys just get it's like, well, why would you use Google Maps for winter driving? Well, Google Maps has this traffic feature where you can see the traffic. So obviously if the road is green, that means nothing's going on, traffic is moving good. And of course, if it's orange, 9 out of 10, it's a construction zone. And if the road is red, that means you're heavy traffic or stop traffic. So you new guys might ask, well, how does that tell you about the conditions of the road in the wintertime? Well, it doesn't per se tell you the actual conditions, but if you plan your route and you look at the weather and you're going to a city that, according to when you looked at the weather, a snowstorm just went through there. Well, when you look at Google Maps, it's going to be lit up. I mean, it's going to be red and orange, I mean, all over the city. The roads going in, coming out, it's all going to be orange and red and everything. And that is a very good indication that the road conditions are snow covered or icy, or, you know, it's dangerous to drive on, because the reason why the roads are red or orange is because of stopped traffic or maybe an accident. Now there's another app called Waze or Waze, W-A-Z-E, and which I use occasionally. But, you know, if there's an accident or whatever condition of the road, if somebody who actually uses that app goes through there and they actually record it on the Waze app, then it will show up on Google Maps. There'll be like a little red circle with a little symbol on it to let you know if there's an accident or whatever the condition may be. So yeah, Google Maps is a really good tool for wintertime, because you can definitely plan ahead and see what the conditions of the road. And especially, I mean, I used it religiously last winter, and I shut down like 3, 4, 5 times by using these apps and tools that I use for winter driving. Because a lot of times, 9 out of 10, if you shut down for the day or you shut down overnight, chances are 9 out of 10 the next morning the road crews have worked overnight to clear the roads, and so when you wake up the next morning the roads are clear and you can continue driving and you are safe. I always will park it. I'm safe. I never ever try to drive through a storm. That is probably the most stupidest thing that you can do, is try to drive through the storm. There's no load that is worth it. One, your life. Two, damage to your equipment, especially mine. I own this truck, so this is my livelihood. This is, I'm not going to risk it driving through a storm just so I can make money. It's just the expenses of wrecking your truck and all that hassle is far more higher than missing one day's pay. Period. So that's what I use. Those 3 or 4 apps is what I commonly use when I plan my route and I drive in the wintertime. And it has gotten me through every winter. So anyway, I just thought I'd like to share that with you guys. So anyway, I'm heading eastbound on 64. I'm about 60 miles to Charleston, and then I'll be going up 79 north and then across 68, which I hate going that way, but I have a light. I'm light, so I'll go that way. So anyway, I am going to turn some music on and cruise a little bit, and I'll see you guys later. Alright, I made it to my delivery. I am parked in their staging area. Now we play the waiting game. They open up at 8 p.m. tonight, I believe. My appointment's not till 11. But I'm going to check in at 8 and see if I can't get unloaded early. And then from there, I'm going to go up to Elkton, Maryland, to the Flying J truck stop. I'm going to reserve me a parking spot, because I can get fuel for the truck, trailer, and I can get a washout up there and be ready for my next load. So, yeah, it's been an uneventful day. And, tomorrow is the day. The iPhone 10 pre-orders start at midnight Pacific time, or 3 a.m. Eastern time. So I got my alarm set already for 2:45 a.m. tomorrow morning for me to get up if I'm asleep. I still may be up getting unloaded, who knows. So I can pre-order my iPhone 10, hopefully. I will let you guys know tomorrow, in tomorrow's vlog, that if I got it or not. AT&T does this thing where they lock the website down. Nobody can go on there or whatever when they do pre-orders on stuff until it's released Apple time, which is midnight East Coast time. So it'll be 3 a.m. tomorrow morning, and as soon as it hits 3 a.m. then I'm allowed to log in and then upgrade my phone. So that's how I got my watch. I had to do the same thing on the watch. I just happened to wake up. I realized that it was pre-order day on the Apple Watch, and that's what I did. So I'm assuming it's the same thing for it's going to happen tomorrow morning, so I'll find out. But stay tuned for that. I'm going to call it a day. I'm going to end my vlog right here. If you liked the video, please hit that like button and subscribe. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.